Good evening, and welcome to Narcos Rise of the Cartels. I have not seen the television show. I don't really know anything about it, apart from the fact that I think it's got to do with drug trades. And you need to go for a pee, do you, Pickle? Come on then. Like, it's absolutely certain that whenever I sit down to play a video game, Pickles needs to go for a pee. She won't be out there for long. The weather is kind of crazy tonight. Very windy miller. Now, I saw trailers for this that made it look vaguely XCOM-ish. Turn-based strategy, top-down view, cover, high lethality. Oh, it's got the Banner Saga style. You move a unit and then they move a unit. Great, I really enjoyed that in the Banner Saga. Definitely didn't hate it. You have to play as the cops first, okay. And there's Pickles looking to get in.
Welcome to Colombia, Agent. Welcome to our war. Information, evidence, and firepower are the tools for war. We'll need to use them all to defeat our enemies. The building ahead has been identified as Narcos safe house. Investigate the area and see what you can find.
Get into position. On it.
It's interesting that doesn't provide cover to inside. The shield icon is only appearing at the actual half cover. Yeah, being out in the street doesn't provide any cover to inside. It's interesting.
Get into position.
Passport, photos, travel documents, contact details. It looks like these guys are planning a delivery over the border. One of my men has eyes on some local criminals. Take this intel over to him and see if there's a match. Meet him at the mark area, but do not engage any targets until we have confirmation.
Huh? Voy por el camino.
Me kind of seems like it would have been a safe idea for us to meet up there, no?
Sure. On it.
Also, if my character is called DEA leader,
Get into position.
surely they just mean like the leader of the squad and not like the head of the entire DEA.
On it.
ID confirmed. That's the piece of shit we're looking for. Let's take him in for questioning. He's unlikely to come quietly, so take him down if necessary. Better him than you.
There you go now. Red skull and arrow. Okay.
into position.
It's hard to tell if he's actually actively, yep, I was going to say hostile, but yep, he is.
On it. Get into position. Will you shut up now?
Manual aiming, interesting.
Well, puta, we really still have the Viper's nest now. I'm sending a tactical team to walk you up. Neutralize the remaining targets and get out of there. I'm trying not to get my man killed, Agent.
Okay, so you get kind of an automatic Overwatch. Okay. So you need Overwatch points to be able to Overwatch. Moving and not attacking, or attacking and not moving gets you some. I thought a pistol would be that effective at that range, but sure.
Sí, señor. Estoy listo. Neutralizado.
I wonder if there actually is like headshot damage.
That was a hell of a job. Well done, Agent.
Trophy earned, born leader. Trophy earned, break the seal.
Steve Murphy, DEA. And that there's my partner, Special Agent Pena. Believe it or not, he's pleased to see you. Unlike these guys, Medellin Cartel. And public enemy number one, El Patron. So where are we at? America's snorting coke like it's going out of fashion. Medellin Cartel has increased productivity to make sure everyone gets a fair share of this nose candy. There are restrictions in place on the DEA overseas. So, game over, right? Wrong. You ever heard of Search Block? Of course you haven't. That's because we created it especially to target these bastards. Colonel Carrillo is one of the leaders. He hates the Narcos and wants to put them behind bars. He's dedicated. The Narcos have built themselves an army, but then so have we. And it's time to send them to work. Pick off those rats one by one until we clean the country of vermin. Oh, word of warning, watch out for poison.
You fail the mission if your leader dies. Okay, that's useful to know. Subtitles, please. Would have been nice to have that before we started playing the game, but that's fine. Cycle friendly, cycle enemies, change whatever you cancel confirm fire, and point and turn. Use left or right stick for action bar. Okay.
Welcome to Columbia, Agent. We're hoping your skills and experience will help us with our problem down here.
We suspect a drug cartel has been manufacturing cocaine and smuggling it out of the country. We need to get on top of things before we lose control.
I don't know, that sounds unlikely to me. Drug cartels, making drugs and then selling it to Americans.
You need to recruit some men and get them trained fast. I've allocated your department a budget. It's not much, but if you want more, I need to see some results.
All right, let's start turning over some stones. See what bugs we find. We need to move fast if we're gonna make a dent down here.
Can't change squad. Police, search box, spec ops, and leader. I imagine these different symbols signify different classes. So those guys got machine guns, those guys got an assault rifle, got shotgun, got pistol. Sure. Why would the class with a shotgun have the lowest mobility?
Enterado, lanza.
Well, Mr. Police, you are the front line.
Seguro. A su servicio.
Huh?
Listo, mi lanza. A la orden. Presto y a la orden.
How much damage does my gun do? Oh, that's a pretty handy ability, actually.
Está divina esta perra. Voy por el camino. ¡Ay, hueputa! Estoy presto. ¿Ah? Estoy presto.
You can shoot him from there, right?
A la carretera. En posición. ¡Ya la tengo!
Great shot. Great shot.
Le puse su tater quieto.
Rip.
A su servicio. Seguro. En posición. ¡Lo agarré!
Duck hunting.
Todos a la carretera. En posición. En posición. Me voy. Tengo que recargar.
Well, I'm pretty sure the game said that my objective was to arrest people. But I've not really seen any opportunity to do that so far. Oh, you can heal if you rest.
Todos a la carretera. En posición.
¿Qué?
Yeah,
¿Qué fue?
sure.
¿Qué?
You're the one with the assault rifle, you should move up.
Enterado, lanza.
I do like that the game is intelligent enough that it can see that you have no shot. So just ends your turn for you automatically and gives you the point of half a point of Overwatch.
Uy, no lo puedo creer.
Wonder how many shots he's got.
Huh?
¿Qué?
Listo y atento. Hágase esto.
War on Drugs 101. SP.
Our first big success. Drugs seized, men arrested, intel gathered. This has turned some heads upstairs. We need to press home our advantage.
This is good news. The higher our approval rating, better leads we get from those nerds in the intel department.
Interesting, the dialogue and subtitles don't match up,
And
but
more
it's
money
okay.
means more manpower and better training. We have new recruits already waiting to sign up.
Yeah, the game says like you have low mobility. It's got 11 movement, higher than anyone else. Demolition. He's got a grenade launcher. I'll have the demolitionist, thanks. What about these skill points? Right, so he can't jump, climb, or counteract. I suppose if my leader gets killed, it makes more sense to give him the spare points, doesn't it? I kinda like this guy though. Don't have enough to level him up though. We can level one to the search block. Ah, we'll put the points in the birthday.
My men have intercepted a shipment. These guys won't come quietly. Secure the area, with lethal force if necessary.
Ah, I didn't actually get the chance to read that there. I thought there was going to be dialogue. Right, incriminating paperwork. Where's our objective? Up here. Makes more sense to have people on the high ground then. I got the demolitions up there already. That's probably fine. It's a lot of bad guys.
Ah, a la orden. Estoy listo para combatir.
Here you go now. What's up? Are you mad 'cause it's pure windy out? You can't go outside and have an adventure. I know. I know how that is. It's miserable out.
Seguro. En posición.
I didn't realise those guys could actually just see and shoot straight down there.
En posición. ¡Tráguese esto!
I should have probably moved in.
A su servicio.
¿Qué? Enterado, lanza.
It's nice they have different movement.
Eso es todo.
Yeah?
Afirmativo. Afirmativo.
Oh, he's got free aiming. Nice. Sure, why not?
Recargando.
I mean, I'm just gonna grenade you again, buddy.
Lado debajo. Estoy presto. Me voy. Necesito recargar. Listo y atento.
¿Qué?
Can you climb up that? Can't really tell. I have to imagine you can, given there's not really anywhere else you could go to get up there.
Enterado, lanza.
¡Ay, jueputa! ¡Al paridoshi! ¡Le di a la pichurria!
Enterado, lanza. Listo y atento. ¡Todos debajo!
Not sure I like kill shots thing. It seems to be like an extra source of damage, but
Recargando proveedor. Enterado, lanza. Enterado, lanza. Enterado, lanza. Estoy presto.
¡La vida! ¡Tiro!
¡Inmovilizados! Recargando proveedor. ¡Hostigando al enemigo!
¿Cómo le parece eso, papi?
Listo y atento.
last guy is in the way back in the middle of nowhere.
Recargando proveedor.
This whole alternating turns thing seems like a bit of a bad idea. I mean, I'm not really using anyone in my squad, just one.
Huh?
I suppose I'm going to use my demolition guy now because of the fact I pressed square thinking I'd reload. It doesn't reload.
Recargando.
He can't climb because he has a grenade launcher.
Enterado.
Does that mean he literally can't even go up anything? Ladders? Pipes?
Afirmativo.
Is there destructibility? There is not. So my grenadier can't actually get up there, try and flush that guy out.
¿Qué fue? ¡A la carretera!
So how are you supposed to get him out of there without taking a massive amount of damage? If he has an Uzi, he could quite feasibly murder most of my characters.
A su servicio.
¿Qué?
Because he can do 3 damage with the Uzi, so the only person who could feasibly survive would be would be the DEA with you. Murphy, yeah.
into position.
It's like I have a dash move to try and get a guy's counteract points used up so I can get in safely.
On it. I love that.
There's no other way into that building, is there? Into that room. Nope. Also, a full solid wall is half cover, and a piece of tarp is half cover.
Get into position. On it. Get into position.
¿Le gustó eso, papito? Esta me la debía, malparido.
Jesus.
¿Alá? ¿Qué? Enterado, lanza. Estoy presto.
That was really messy.
Enterado, lanza.
If I'd used anyone other than my leader, they would have died. Oh, and of course my guys were injured. So what I should have done before I picked up the thing was I should have just sat and pressed the heal button a bunch of times.
Well done. You're making waves, agents.
There we go. Use an action point to move a short distance cannot be counteracted. Lightning reflexes. I haven't used the pistol once, so let's go ahead and have more counteract.
We've got news of a meeting downtown. This is solid intel on big players in the area. Check it out.
The bean counters won't sign off any more budget until we've hooked a biggie. Let's get down there and bring them in for questioning.
You need to wake up and smell the coca, Agent. These guys would rather take a bullet than talk to a gringo like you. Don't expect a friendly greeting.
Why does his profile picture have him shouldering a gun? You think they'd just be, you know, chilled.
They say that there's nothing more dangerous than a woman scorned. I can go with that, to a certain degree. But I reckon there's nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose. You'll find a lot of those in downtown Medellin. Life is hard, and death comes easy.
What about a woman
Narcos
who's
know
been
this
scorned
too.
who has nothing to
Which
lose?
is why they'd rather stash their secrets on a man with a gun than in a safety deposit box instead. We need to find these guys. They'll be armed, they'll be twitchy, and they won't be alone. Let's take them down and reap the rewards. Put a bullet in them if you have to, because they'll be carrying intel on high-profile targets we've been gunning for quite some time. If we find anything else in the process, let's consider that a bonus.
So it's not press X to skip, it's also press X to continue. And then it was loading, and it asked me if I wanted to skip. Sure, cool, good. See, I kind of wish you could see all the enemies here, because, like, without necessarily knowing where the enemies are to actually... It's kind of hard to know where to deploy.
On it.
Enterado, lanza.
Get into position. Steady hand. Will you shut up now? More ammo.
Estoy presto a su...
Afirmativo.
¿Qué? Enterado, lanza. Listo y atento.
Good job.
Enterado, lanza. Estoy presto. Enterado, lanza. Recargando proveedor.
Sure, just a flank.
On it.
It can occasionally be kind of awkward trying to actually choose where you want to stand.
More ammo. Duck hunting. Get into position. More ammo. On it. position.
¿Qué fue? ¿Ah?
Bien. Enterado.
And a Great Launcher's got some range.
De acuerdo. Afirmativo. Enterado.
Yeah?
Not having any sort of destructibility kind of sucks.
On it. Get into position.
Good job, mate.
On it. More ammo.
A la orden. Listo y atento. Usted a su servicio.
Afirmativo.
¿Qué?
Bien.
¿Ah?
Huh?
¿Qué?
Afirmativo. Recargando.
¿Qué?
Yeah? Get into position.
It's not exactly the hypest gameplay of their bad guy isn't going to move out of our tiny office, so I'm just going to heal myself up until I can get close enough to them to murder them. Oh, there's another guy over here I didn't even see. He hasn't done anything so far.
On it. Steady hand. More ammo.
How is that not cover in any way? It's a wall.
Get into position.
That's a good job. Trophy earned, moving target.
Steady hand. More ammo.
So there's no Narcos left. There's no time limit. There really isn't any reason for me to do anything other than just have him heal up. And have the other guy heal up.
¿Qué fue? Listo.
Bien.
¿Qué?
un servicio.
Sure. On it.
¿Cómo es esto?
Do we need to go anywhere in particular, or just
Estoy
hold?
presto.
If it's just hold, then that's fine.
A la carretera. En posición. ¡En el blanco!
Great shot. Great shot.
Great camera angle.
Huh? Steady hit. More ammo.
¿Qué fue? Listo y atento.
Bien.
¿Qué? Enterado, lanza. Listo y atento.
¡Así fue, puta, me dio!
¡Enemigo bajo el fuego! Recargando proveedor. Estoy presto. ¡Todos debajo! ¡Inmovilizados!
Yeah.
Trophy earned, names and faces. Okay, we don't actually have to group up or anything. Just have to shoot everyone. And the game is not stingy with its swear words.
Agent, you just have been introduced to El Patron, as he is known to his followers, and his right-hand man, Primo.
This is the first time we've made a positive link between them and narco-trafficking.
This is impressive work, gentlemen. I advise you to expand your operation.
I mean, it's going to make you a profit of 10 grand, 11 grand, 10 grand, and 5 grand. But defending assets and rescuing hostages is a lot more difficult than just murdering people. Let's try defend the asset, sure. See stuff like the assault rifle excels at long range but can only hit a single target. Like, I have alternatives for long range and multi-target. So is Martinez a target? Because if he is, I should probably try and get him to be somewhere that's got some actual cover.
Moving there now.
Seguro.
Afirmativo.
Enterado, lanza.
Get into position.
A la orden. Estoy listo para combatir. A su servicio. Oigan, podemos hacer un buen trabajo con esto.
See, I didn't know that bad guy was there. I literally could not see him.
Bajo el fuego. Alcanzado.
Jesus.
Sí, copy.
Sure.
Ready for your orders.
Listo ya.
Huh?
Waiting your orders.
A la orden. Estoy listo para combatir.
Bien.
Yeah. On it. Steady hand. Steady hand. Good stuff.
Este hijo de puta me dio.
Did Martinez not have counteracts? Because he has point of counteracts. Why didn't he shoot back?
Steady hand. Will you shut up now?
What's the point of him even being in cover?
That'll leave a scar.
What happened to the R2? Why didn't he counteract? Like, the R2 guys had counteract points. Why didn't they counter? So he's lost some money, I guess. Oh no. Oh, Diaz even got his health back, that's nice. Again, you can't move the camera past the kind of outside edges of the deployment area, so it's kind of hard to know where the bad guys are at. Cartels, I don't actually go in the wrong direction. It's being dumb. Right. There's a bunch of guys behind cars. No one on the roof, but it looks like at least. There's a guy inside the office on the roof. This camera is not great.
Todos a la carretera.
Get into position. On it. Duck hunting. More ammo. Get into position. Steady. Gotcha.
What is the point of cover?
More ammo.
The accuracy. I'm actually not getting killed here because even if I can shoot down one of the guys who are near him, you can't all shoot him. Can I even pull him back to safety? No, I can't. Because I'll still probably be able to be shot pretty much anywhere.
On it.
See, I don't have a kill shot, so Murphy's dead. Mission failed. This game seems kind of bad. I'd kind of hoped it would be good, given I picked it up at a budget price when it was first launched. It was only 24 quid, down from 30. But it feels like a real bad choice now. The methods of alternating turns is not the best balanced. Like, to move forward with anyone just makes them incredibly vulnerable. You can't really back people up, because if you leave them where they are, they're going to die. If you try and move someone else up, you're still not going to be able to save them from more than one bad guy. It's hard to get people to be able to counteract unless you use the abilities that give each other vigilance points, but even though you saw in the previous mission, that doesn't necessarily mean actually really shoot at anyone. They might decide to let someone walk up and shoot them instead of counteracting. It kind of promotes turtling, but crucially it's just not very fun to play. I was really hoping this was going to be good, and it's really not. It's a shame. But that's going to do it for Narcos. I unlocked the Narcos campaign game. You told me in a big pop-up that I had unlocked the Narcos campaign because I'd finished the DEA's first mission. You have to load the campaign you're in to change sides? That says it all about this game. It feels unfinished. Thanks for watching.